So I wanted to know. So like, let's say if I have like an acre of cocoa farm, how many trees, given the planting distance with the planting you talked about,
Yeah.
can go on an 1 acre cocoa farm?
That is roughly 450 trees.
Hey, 450 trees.
Yes.
So roughly, how many bags I can make? Let's take it this way. How many bags I can make from like just an acre of cocoa?
It can take about 30
bags.
Yeah, 30 bags to 30 to 40 roughly.
So let's say 30 bags by, let's say it is 2,000 cedis. That's like 60k from per each like harvest, if I put it.
Yeah.
And one good question too. So if let's say they harvest it, like it grows and I harvest, how long will it take for it to grow again?
To come by.
To come here to get like new pods and all of that.
Oh, it's every year.
Every year. So yearly then you harvest, yearly then you harvest.
Yeah, it's every year.
Okay, so we can see there are some cocoa pods that are even growing on this one.
Yeah.
Because they harvest. Oh yeah, so every year like 60k, it makes sense.
Oh yeah.
And government mostly provides most of the inputs. Even though personally, if you go to an international market, prices of cocoa beans are like really like pricey, they're expensive. So the government makes a lot, and they have to do more by at least increasing the price.
Increasing the price.
For that 2,000 something, you would say it is good, but still it has to go up. But if every year I make it like 60k from like your cocoa trees, that's not bad.
It's not bad.
Welcome back to another exciting farming week in Ghana. If today is the first time seeing me, I'm Charles, and on this channel we talk about farming and agriculture here in Ghana. We are still on MultiSoft Farms. We are here to look at cocoa farming. I'm here with Mr.
Michael.
Mr. Michael, yes. He is the farm hand here on the farm. He's here to take us through cocoa farming. If you are interested in starting your own cocoa farm and you want to know more about it, this video is for you. We'll delve more into it to know how to start, how the business is when it comes to pricing, and maybe how to go about it when it comes to cocoa farming in Ghana. Yes, that's what we're going to look at in this video. At least you all know Ghana is the second largest producer of cocoa in the world. But there are some information that we would need. If you're out there want to venture into the business of cocoa farming, you can get some of this inspiring information or useful information to start your own farm here in Ghana. So yes, Mr. The name again?
Michael.
Mr. Michael.
Yes, sir.
We want to know, if I want to start my own cocoa farm, how do I go about it? What are some of the things I'm supposed to know in starting my own cocoa farm?
Okay. Thank you so much. Like I mentioned my name already, my name is Michael Yao. Currently the farm manager of the MultiSoft Farm.
Okay.
It's very simple, but if not taken care of, you will not go far. You know, everything starts from the nursery. First of all, you have to get a place for your nursery. The nursery is, you know, that is infancy. How you train up to the time is be ready for transplanting. So before that, you have to secure a good pot. That is where you will get the beans or the seed from.
Okay.
Yes. So you get your bag. First of all, you clear the place that will be closer to a good source of water for the sake of watering. From there, I think you clear. After clearing, you make a shed. For the seedlings, you secure your bags. After getting it, you cut it into, open the bottom.
Okay.
Yes.
The bags of
the bags of the nursery bags.
Okay.
Where do you do that? Just to make sure during watering, it can drain through. Because seedlings, it easily die off when the water is too much. So you cut the bottom. I wish I have one so that I'll just demonstrate it in a year. You let's assume this is the back. So you fold it into two like this. So you look at the bottom, you cut it with a sharp cutlass. After doing all those things, you dig out, you get a good source of soil that is full of nutrients, and you fill the bags.
But what soil is mainly used for cocoa farming?
You can use loamy clay or sandy loam.
Okay. So a mixture of like different types of
yes.
Okay.
So after filling the bags, what goes into it is you rearrange them under the shade. That is ready for the introduction of the seed.
Okay.
So once that one is done, then let's assume your pods are ready. So you cut the pods into two and take the seed from it. So once you take the seed,
beans, right?
Cocoa beans.
Okay.
Once you take it, after the filling the bags with water, with the soil, you water it just to make sure the top is wet. Because you are now going to introduce the beans into this thing, just to make sure that it has gone. But it shouldn't be too much. It should be 3/4 of your finger.
That's the hole you create.
The hole you create before putting the beans into it.
Okay.
So after that, you cover it lightly with the topsoil, and you continue with the watering up to 1 month. After that 1 month, you make sure you start treating it with fungicide and insecticide, because that period it is very easy for it to be infested. So once it's been infected, you will not get anything from it. So you make sure you take care of it up to that time. So after that 1 month, you start with the application of the fungicide, insecticide. And
after 1 month of planting?
Yes, please. After 1 month of the introduction of that's the nursery.
Okay.
Yes.
Introduction of the bean into the
yes, okay. Into the back.
Okay.
Yes. So after that, you start treating it with and you also remember you apply foliar fertilizer. Foliar fertilizer. The recommended one so far in the market is Sidaco.
Sidaco, okay.
Yeah, Sidaco. Yes, you've heard about it also. So you do it, and after that 1 month, you can take it from every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, subsequently. That is applying the foliar, the fungicide, and the insecticide.
Okay.
Yes. Some will be ready maybe probably 6 months before transplanting.
Oh, wow. It takes a long time for it to germinate.
Yeah. While some will also maybe it takes about 3 months. Normally, when you use the bigger bags, so it means we have 2 bags, the nursery bags. We have the bigger bags and the smaller bags.
Okay.
Normally, when you use the bigger bags, that is where you go long way up to 6 months.
Before it germinates?
Before you transplant it to the main field.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's it. But when you use the small bags, about 3 months and a half is ready for transplanting. Yes. So from there, then you prepare your main field down. It means your seedlings are ready to go to the main field.
Okay.
Yes.
But before we go to the main field, let me ask some few.
Okay.
So we said we have to get a pod to get the beans from it to get. So with a pod, do we look at any particular type of pod to get the beans from, or any matured cocoa pod is good enough for us to get the beans to plant?
Or any mature that is you make sure it's not being infected by any disease. Okay. Mature one, that is, and the beans are also very good. So that one we don't have any category of this. You make sure that if it is okay, you just have to cut it into 2. You take your beans and that's all. So.
Okay. And also when it comes to cocoa, I know there are some. They have different varieties. Yeah. There are some that grows in 30 years. There are some too that goes longer than that. How true is that? And do you know maybe the different names or the different types of cocoa that we have?
Actually, it depends. That the early maturity, it depends on the type. Okay, and also there are so many factors. When we come to that aspect, there are so many factors. But normally, by the maximum of 2 years to 3 years, all of them will be ready for depending upon whatever the type is. So.
Sure. Well, I heard there are sometimes some seedlings they call hybrid, and that one takes a shorter time than the 3 years. And there are some too that go beyond 3 years or so as well. But yeah, we can maybe, if you guys know in the comment section, you can just let us know the various types that we have when it comes to like cocoa seedlings. Yeah. So now when you go to the main field, like what do we do on the main field as well?
The main field, as usual, you make sure the land is cleared, and you, for the sake of cocoa, you know, like the previous video, I think we've learned something over there.
Okay.
You make sure you create your shed. That's by planting of plantain.
Okay.
So that you will not just transplant the cocoa seedlings under this hot listen. There should be a shade. So once
too much sun.
Yes, it doesn't need too much sun. Even the nursery, they say that's why we need shade, and the shade have to be thick, very thick enough to sustain it up to the time of transplanting. So the clearing and the planting of the plantain, and from there I think you will go in for the transplanting.
Okay.
So normally to when you plant the plantain and you are about to transplant the cocoa seedlings, between the plantain and the cocoa seedlings should be at least 1.5 feet.
Oh, okay. The planting distance between them.
Yes, between them. So normally it should be at the front.
Okay.
So you have the plantain.
Is there a particular reason why it should be so?
Yes, just to have a full shade on the distance. Maybe sideways, the sun directions and all that is. But one is it's our front.
Okay. So if I plant the seedling here, the plantain should be in front of it.
No, the plantain first, and we have the
seed. Oh, okay,
cocoa seedlings and the produce.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you, after transplanting, you make sure the field is clear and all those things you transplant. And as usual, you start taking care of it.
Like watering.
The agronomic practices, watering, application of the insecticide, fungicide, and foliar fertilizer and all that. This just to make sure it is healthy. Yeah, and it also brings about good yield when agronomic practices are well taken care of. Yes, you get your outcome. To be very,
that's at least the chemicals you're supposed to apply at the right time, the foliar and the fertilizers and all that.
That is it. That is it.
Okay. Okay. So that's what else. So when I start growing, how point in time do I see like a matured like tree like this, like it has a good stem? When you transplant, after what point do we start seeing that?
If you can come again with your.
So I wanted to ask, like when you transplant it, and they start like, as you said, the stems will be small, will be slim and stuff. At what point in time does it mature to get like an actual tree for it to start fruiting?
Okay. Yeah. So in that aspect, it takes about probably 2 to 3 years. Yes, before we start
seeing the cocoa
on it. Fruiting.
Okay.
So it also depends on the types of the cocoa that you use.
Okay. Because some might take longer than.
Exactly.
Okay. Let me ask. So you see, with the cocoa seeds and the cocoa seedlings, I had like the government somebody provide some of these inputs to the farmers. That when you go to any like cocoa board or something, any of the other, you can go and get seedlings for free. How true is that?
Well, probably it is true. A lot of people are saying it, and we also experienced some last 2 years. Yes.
Okay, to get
some of the pod from the seedling department. Yes, so it is true. It's true. Some they provide fertilizer on a subsidized price, some other input. Yes, for farmers just to have that confidence and farm whatever they want to do on their land.
So at least going to cocoa farm, you don't really incur much cost in terms of producing it. In terms of the only problem is just get a land with the seedlings, you get it, and some of the fertilizers to do everything you need. So the government also kind of provides it.
Exactly. It's only the cost of labor. That one there you have to take care of that
to do it
yourself. Yes, sir.
Okay. So when I'm harvesting, like at some point at time I know that the cocoa, like there's a matured cocoa that I can be able to harvest.
Yes, the pod will tell us. The pod, it will change to yellowish. I think you've seen some.
Yeah, some of the yellow ones. So those are like fully matured ones that when you can harvest, you can get.
Exactly. Okay. From greenish to yellowish, you will see that it's mature for harvesting.
So the first pods that come on it are like the green ones.
Yes.
Then subsequently
change small to
the yellow.
Yes.
Okay. And when they harvest, I know like they dry it like before, then they put it in like trays. And how do what's that about?
That is also another tax on its own. As most of the time we have labels for that aspect. You know, after harvesting on the farm, you see them cutting them into pieces and removing the beans from it.
Okay.
Yes. Once they are done with that, you have some people who will be conveying to. We have mats
where they dry it.
They dry it on this end. But before drying, they leave it for it to be fermented for some few days.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So they don't dry the fresh ones.
Yes, they wait for fermented. So once they come back and then stir it, just to make sure it's evenly fermented. So after that, once they're doing that, they'll be picking the soft descent. There's a watery descent from it. So at the end of it, what will be left is the beans.
Oh, okay. So like normally the cocoa pod, when you open it, there's this white system around the beans.
Yeah.
So when if you are fermenting, it all comes down, like becomes water.
Yes.
Kind of. Okay.
Yeah. So you'll be taking it from it. And even that one crow, once you have people, once they are they are cutting them into pieces. We have some people who like enjoying the thing. They eat it.
Yeah. I know that one.
That is it.
Okay.
That is it. So,
but at least if you are going to the commercial scale, you just have to dry it, like get it fermented and dry it.
Dry it.
Get the money.
Yes, that is it.
So after they ferment it and transfer it to the mat for it to be dried, that's when they bag it, put it in the bags.
Yeah, you make sure it is well dry. Okay. Before you put into the bag and you bag it, and that means it's ready for the sale.
Okay. Yeah. So with the selling, I know the government normally buys all cocoa, how do you call it, beans.
Yeah.
Like in Ghana.
Yeah.
Is it that you inform them that the cocoa beans are ready for them to come and buy, or how do they? Because when the cocoa is ready, how do you go about it? Like it has been dried now.
Yeah.
I've bagged them. How do I let them know that I have cocoa beans? Do you have to say a registration I'm supposed to do, or what I'm supposed to do?
Yeah, that one is also takes a process. Now you have to let them know that your cocoa beans are ready. Yes, to be. Aside that, if you have market, aside the government as well, if you have market, that is your own way of dealing with selling it out. Okay. But aside the government, you have individuals that normally comes on there. But that one, selling it at the farm gate, you make sure the price sometimes will not be the same as how the government will buy it. Okay. So we call that one selling at the farm gate price. Farm gate price. That is it. So you just have to go through the normal procedures. You let them know that your cocoa beans are ready. So from there, then they'll just do conveying, and whatever you do, they'll pay you off and basically, yeah.
Okay. At least recently we had the price of the cocoa sack with the beans has increased.
Yeah.
It used to be 1,000 something, like around 2,000 thereabouts.
Yeah.
Which if you look at it in that sense, you think it's just good.
Yes.
But if you look at the prices on the international market, you realize though the government actually is like more. I would say, well, you can say cheating.
Camouflage.
You can say cheating. They are taking most of the money, but I feel they also argue though most are surviving most of the inputs and all of that. All you do is just farm them and all of that. Yeah. So at least these are some of the ways we can do to increase, like bring back like the business of cocoa. Because I feel now cocoa farming it's not downgraded, let me put it that way.
Yeah.
How we used to see cocoa back then, it's not now like how it is now. Most people sell their cocoa lands even during the, how do you call it, the galamsey to this Chinese people to use the land to find, mine and get gold from. So, cocoa farming is not as it is, but gradually I think maybe with the price increments, you can get more people to like venture into it.
Sure.
Venture into it.
Yeah. Surely we'll get there. Because now is the market. Is the market the price? That's the problem. Because aside that, other factors maintain the same is the market. Cultivating the land and all those things, the cost of labor, like I said earlier, is your own way of dealing with it, and other inputs have to be provided.
Okay.
But the market, the pricing system, that is a problem. No, even like you said, 2,000 plus it's nothing. It's nothing, because what goes into it as compared to that price, it's not the best. So we are also crying that there's something to be done again. Yes, something to be done again. If really the government need to bring back the actual image of cocoa farming, something should be done again. Though he's doing well, but we need more to be done.
Even China, they are now like planting cocoa. And they are doing like crazy cocoa farming, like in China now. So with time, then about 2 spots, we feel like they are fighting with Ivory Coast in terms of cocoa pricing and stuff.
So it means that in that system, it means this kind of exporting system too.
Yeah, people will not want to sell to the government.
So you can see
they want to smuggle it to other countries.
Exactly. Now the country that we supposed to sell to, they are also into. So what do you think will happen in the future to come? So it's just a matter of doing our own homework, doing it well, by the help of the government. I think one day we'll be there.
Because I know people tend to go to other neighboring countries to sell their cocoa beans. And the price they get from there is better than what the government will get from. So at least if you empower the normal cocoa farmers to be able to farm and give them good pricing, why not? But I think cocoa farming has dwindled. Like honestly, the prestige that has to do with having cocoa farms, acres of cocoa farms, how people inherit and all of that. I feel like now the value is not. It's not decline. Yes, that's decline.
Very decline.
That's decline. So at least more should be done.
Yes, we're talking of the product from the cocoa. When we talk of exporting, and nothing has been done and we keep on exporting, what do you think will happen to our product?
If you just export like the normal beans without like adding value, without saying?
Yes, without raw beans, without adding value.
Oh, I think we've gotten to a point, because since I heard of this Tatakwashi story, swallowing cocoa beans, bringing it to Ghana, like it's been decades. So at this point, we should be like at least producing our own like product. We're doing more chocolate. I know we do chocolate in Ghana. We should be doing more chocolate. We're doing more like products when it comes to like the cocoa beans. I know a lot can be done with it. But we are in a country where industrialization is reduced to the lowest minimum. We just sell raw materials to the foreigners for them to process it and resell it back to us for us to consume.
So after that, we will buy it again.
And even buy it at more expensive price.
You see. So something have to be done again, as we say, something else.
For cocoa farm, a lot of things has to be done. Honestly, on top of my head, if we industrialize, we produce more, use more of the cocoa to produce like small finished goods, we make more money. As compared to we selling to just on the international market. Just like gold. We have the lands, we just produce the goods, we sell it to we export it, and that's it. There is no like companies like industries where the gold we use it for something.
Let's change it to something.
Exactly, used to do jewelry, used to do this, to do that, and we just sell it everything to them, and they
are ever ready to take it from us. Because they know what
the value it is.
So it's all about value chain.
It's sad because in Africa, we know Africa has a lot of resources. If you go to Congo like this, they are taking cobalt and some of these resources that they use to like produce batteries and iPhones and stuff from them. And people are saying they are genocide in there. Like, why just go there, make sure that they rep the people of the resources, take it to their countries. And these things are facilitated by our own leaders who also take their cuts in their pockets, which are some of these things are done. People are looking for their own personal interest.
Self-interest.
If for how long have we been farming like growing cocoa in Ghana that we can process cocoa into more products? And to date, we still sell it on the international market. If the Chinese also have some of these things, trust me. By now, even without them having them car, they are competing with the US and stuff.
It's true.
For superpower. So imagine.
Very soon they will even change the system.
Yeah, a lot has to be done. But I feel that number 2 spots, if they are to review it, or Uganda will not be number 2 again. Yeah. That number 2 spot you talk about, no. Oh, no. Any Ivory Coast take their cocoa farming serious than Ghana. That's why they are maintaining the number 1 spot.
Yes.
What we've got into, I don't think. But yeah, it's about time we more has to be done.
Exactly.
Because cocoa is the only crop or type of farming in Ghana that is well established.
Well established.
You have a board, you provide scholarship. I was even good to talk about the scholarship because I interviewed a cocoa farmer who, like, his kid he inherited it. He said he roamed just to benefit from the cocoa scholarship. He didn't get it. They give the scholarship to other people who don't even deserve it.
Well, it's true.
It's sad. No, this is talk about it. But
it's true.
It won't yield any results. All I'll say is more has to be done. Imagine the way the cocoa, and we've got to a point where there are other forms of farming that has been more developed.
Okay.
So like mango farming, coconuts. Like if you have to treat all of them like the way we treat a cocoa, we'll be doing more, producing more, empowering farmers to like grow more products. But even the cocoa that we do, I don't even see it also. Regardless, some of these things it doesn't go anywhere. So yeah, me personally, cocoa farming, I would say it might be still profitable, but it doesn't have the prestige that it used to have. Because now the price has increased. So if you're already a cocoa farmer that used to sell your bag of beans for like 1,000 something, or 1,000, let's say 1,200, 1,100, and now it's around 2,000 and something.
Plus,
at least the price has doubled. So you can be also going through it. So yes, if you are looking for other forms of farming to venture into, that you don't have to think about markets per se. At least cocoa farming is still there. It's still profitable to date because the price for the cocoa beans has increased. So it's something that people can also continue to venture into. Even though it takes a longer period, like 3 years, it still makes sense.
It's a long term.
It still makes sense. But if I can ask, the cocoa tree, let's say after 3 years, it grows, I harvest the pods from it, the mature one. How long does a cocoa tree last that I can see it has gotten to a point where it doesn't grow again, like it doesn't produce beans again?
Oh, that one may say for some it takes about it goes into maybe 10, 15 years.
Oh, okay. No wonder people inherit cocoa lands.
Yeah.
Once you take good care of that, it can take a longer period of time.
That is it. Yeah.
True. So I wanted to know, so like let's say if I have like an acre of cocoa farm, how many trees, given the planting distance with the planting you talked about, can go on an 1 acre cocoa farm?
That is roughly 450 trees.
Hey, 450 trees?
Yes, per acre. Yeah. The planting distance is 10 by 10.
10 by 10. Yeah. So like this is 10.
Yeah.
Then that is 10.
That is it.
And 450.
450. 450. Hey. Yeah.
Charlie, the thing is not like okay.
450.
Interesting. And you said the one cocoa tree can give you like 30 to 40.
How do you
call it? Pods.
Yes, pods. So that's it.
And so roughly how many bags I can make? Let's take it this way. How many bags I can make from like just an acre of cocoa?
It can take about 30
bags.
Yeah, 30 bags to 40 roughly.
No, that's not bad though. So now you will ditch this 30. So these are the number of beans you get. So let's say 30 bags by, let's say if it is 2,000 cedis. That's like 60k from per each like harvest, if I put it.
Yeah.
And one good question too. So if let's say they harvest it, like it grows and I harvest, how long will it take for it to grow again? To come by to get like new pods and all of that.
Oh, it's every year.
So yearly then you harvest. Yeah,
it's every year.
Okay, so we can see there are some cocoa pods that are even growing on this one.
Yeah.
So yes, every year like 60k, it makes sense.
Oh yeah.
And government mostly provides most of the inputs. Even though personally, if you go to an international market, prices of cocoa beans are like really like pricey. They're expensive. So the government makes a lot. And they have to do more by at least increasing the price. Because that 2,000 something, you would say it is good, but still it has to go up. But if every year I make it like 60k from like your cocoa trees, that's not bad.
It's not bad.
That's not bad.
A step.
You know, as I said, gradually with time maybe they might, but they have to do something.
Oh, sure.
They've increased it. The wait around 20 years, 30
before you hear
another increment. No. It has to be increased again, even though the price. Because let's say if first, so let's say it was 30, right? 30, and I was getting 1,000. Let's say 1,100 for like the previous price. That was 33,000. Then now it's I think 2016 or so. Like as in the price that they are selling for the bags now. And I'm making like 60k. It makes
quite
sense.
Okay.
It quite makes sense. Anyway, so yes, if you are looking at going to cocoa farming, yes, it can be profitable. Yes, it is profitable. Don't give up, even though I feel like now cocoa has a little bit declined, but it gives some form of surety in terms of market buying, because you can sell to the government to at least for the cocoa beans. So it's not a form of farmer that you go and look around to look for buyers and stuff. But as you said, you can even sell it. Some people come around to come and buy the beans themselves. Individuals that come to buy, and they give it a little bit better price than the government one. So you can also consider that as well. But I know in Ghana, the government of Ghana buys all the cocoa beans from all the farmers generally. Okay.
Same price.
At the same the standard price for them. These things are supposed to be done for other forms of farming, you know. So we standardize most of the pricing, yes. But you know, one thing about farming, you know, let's say you are growing vegetables. The market women who come and buy the vegetable from your farm, they come at their own price. They will decide. Decide the price for you. Do you get it? So supposing there was a standardized price that if I grow cucumber, cabbage, or this, the price is this. So it would help. No one come and say it's come cheap.
No, in that case, no more bargaining.
Yes. That is when I grow, I can even calculate the profit I'll make from my vegetable farm I have. But I know the price is standard, it's fixed. But this is a case where this market women come in place to come and buy
different
prices. And they want to cheat you. So they go and sell a higher price in the market. So yes, standardization is good, alright, but the government has to put in more work into it to make sure things work. Anyway, if you talk about this, rant. Anything you want to add about cocoa farming that you feel new people want to venture into the business should know, and also any message maybe to the government, to something you want the government to improve upon?
There's a cocoa farming. Though it's not an easy work, but it's good. It's good. It's all about starting it well and taking good care of it, especially at the nursery stage, because everything starts from that angle. So once everything is okay from there, going to the main field, you continue with the agronomic practices and all those things. So it's a good venture, though it takes time, as you said earlier, but it's a good something that the youth can also go into it, and I think more people going into it can also wake up the government what it's supposed to do. So on this line, we aid the government to pump in more effort, especially on the side of the cocoa farming. I think by doing so, more youth will go into it. By putting more, though he's trying hard by supplying input, other things on a subsidized price and all those things, but more things to be done. After when things are okay, you even see already those who are not even having strength, they'll go into cocoa farming, because I can see the future. I can see what Ghana can take from cocoa farming, not just price or whatever, but there are a lot when you go into it. So I'm urging the government to put in more effort. By doing so, things will be okay, and one day we'll be good there.
Sure. So we'll end this part of the video here. If there's anything maybe you wanted us to talk about, that if you want to know about that we didn't discuss, you can just let me know in the comment section. If I have the answer, I'll get it for you. If I don't, I'll also look for the answer and find it, and at least let you guys have it. Mr. Michael too, maybe I can drag him along to come and answer some of the questions for you guys. But yeah, this will end the part of the video on cocoa farming. I believe you learned something new. If you didn't know, at least even for now, price of cocoa has increased. If there is nothing at all that you learned from this video, from 1,000 something to like 2,000 cedis now, and at least it's a step in the right direction, even though we've not gotten to where we want it to be yet, but yet it is still like an improvement, but there's more room that can be done. So yes, to end the video here, make sure you like this video, like so to promote to other viewers, subscribe to the channel so we will grow together. As I said, operation 100,000 subscribers before the year ends. So yes, please subscribe and share. There are people out there who are looking for other forms of farming to venture into that does not require much work, if I'll put it per se, and cocoa farming can be beneficial to them. So you can share it to them for them to learn about it as well. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.